Yo, what's going on, good people? Yo, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to Cook It Up with Chris. So today, we're gonna make some mini meatballs and potatoes. Mini balls and potatoes. No. Mini meatballs and potatoes. So, let's get this thing started. So first, we got us a pound of some ground turkey. I'm going into that with about a half a cup to a cup of green onions. About a half a cup of green onions. And now to that, we're gonna add some breadcrumbs. So same amount, about a half a cup of breadcrumbs. Y'all remember those homemade breadcrumbs we made? So about a half a cup of those breadcrumbs. And then we're gonna hit it with about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Give it a little pinch of salt, a little sprig pepper, and mix it up good. Alright, so now we got our meat, we got our breadcrumbs, we got our green onions, we got our Worcestershire sauce, and a little salt and pepper. And now we're gonna take this, and right here we got 2 tablespoons of oil heated up, and we're doing just what the name implies. We're gonna make some mini balls. So we're just making some little small balls. So this won't take long to cook. Just gonna get a bunch of small balls going in there. We're gonna get all these in here and we'll come back for the next step. Alright, we got all the mini balls in there. They've been going for about a minute or two. So now we're gonna roll. Rolling them over. We're gonna let them keep on cooking. Let's keep rolling. Keep cooking. Now let us check our potatoes. I just diced up some potatoes and put them into some salted boiling water. Yeah, that's what you want. A little firm before the smash. So let's drain them babies. Giving our meatballs one more roll through. Then we're gonna let them cook for just one more minute and then we're gonna remove them. Alright, so now our meatballs are about done. Right now they're probably about 75–80% done. And you'll see why in a second. So I got my potatoes sitting over in this bowl. I'm just gonna scoop my meatballs on in here. It's all going to the same place.
Is this like gnocchi?
No.
What would you like to do?
Nothing, it's like it's said. And so now, I'm gonna come down on my skillet with just a little white wine vinegar. While you're running, about a tablespoon. And I'm gonna go down with my slivers of onions. Just got a half an onion cut into some slivers. And we're gonna go ahead and saute these babies up, let them get good and cook down. And then we'll come back. Alright, so now our onions are at a good place. We're gonna go ahead and get these babies out of here. They're gonna go right into this same bowl. Make sure you spread them over top so all that nice oniony flavor can drip down everywhere. And now we're gonna come back over here to the skillet. And we're gonna go in just a half a stick of butter. Right down in there. Gonna let that baby melt. And I'm gonna find my broth. Now you could do this with chicken broth, beef broth, vegetable broth. Today the only broth I have is chicken broth, so I'm gonna do it with chicken broth. If you got some beef broth, that'll probably work best for this, but like I said, chicken broth works as well. So in the same skillet.
Or vegetable broth.
No, chicken broth is best. It's immediate flavor. Alright. So we just gonna get us a little roux going. So we got our butter. Just gonna add about 2 tablespoons of flour to it. Basically, we're making some gravy. So start with our roux of butter and flour. Let this come together. come together right now.
Are you keeping that in the video?
Maybe, maybe not. Alright, so that's a good place for me. So now we're gonna go in with a whole bunch of chicken broth. You just gotta keep on stirring. I actually need to get my whisker. Keep on stirring. That roux is what helps your gravy to thicken up. So that flour mixes the flavor and thickening agent. Keep on stirring this better. When it comes there, alright. I'll say that's enough liquid. If you feel like it's too thick for you, add more liquid. If you feel like it's too thin, just sift a little bit of flour over in it. Alright, so now we're just gonna simply hit it with some salt.
Too much salt.
And some pepper.
Good pepper.
Keep on whisking. Let's get a little taste. It's actually good right there. So we're gonna turn that heat off. Keep in mind it's gonna keep on thickening a little bit more with that residual heat. So I'm just putting a little bit more broth in there. Thin it out a little bit. Alright, now this is why it didn't matter and why we put everything into the same bowl. All this is going over in here together. All them lovely potatoes, them meatballs, them onions. We're gonna get these good and mixed and good and coated. Now we're gonna let these go together and sit together for at least about 5 or 10 minutes. I got an electric stove, so it's still, the eye's still hot. So, but if you got gas, just put it on some low heat and let it cook together for about 5 minutes just to get that flavor and everything. Taste your potatoes to make sure they're good, and then we'll be ready to play. We'll be back. Just garnish your skillet with some parsley, and you got it. Yeah, mini balls and potatoes.